blinged on because I wasn't quite ready, but we're going to town. So today we're almost to the call. We have an emergency call for a 2015 Kia Sportage, I believe it is, and it's a 2.4 liter, and this is what we're going to be looking over today. Okay, let me focus. I got one more light to go, so I got to make sure I drive right, but we're going to see if this is the problem. This is the Technical Service Bulletin I located, so hopefully this will take care of the call. We'll see. Worth a shot, right? So anyways, what's happened is an elderly couple traveling, of course, and it happens a lot. If you're a mobile mechanic, this is one of your hot times. Always Memorial Day weekends or some of the other weekends, but I don't have time to get my other jobs in at the moment, but I will do these emergency calls because it's the only way you really make good money doing what I do. Really, this is what you're looking for. So I am going to do this video coming shortly about how to start your own business up, and make it happen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're about to be pulling up. Let some people have a chance to tune in and check the video out, and hopefully we can get them down the road. A lot of times with Kias it doesn't quite happen that way, but sometimes it does. I like to think positive always. It's an elderly couple. You can tell they're kind of scared right now, so I'm trying to hustle to get here. So I kind of messed up this stream, I think, with all the fidgeting with it, and I just had to make something quick. Here we go. So I'll be pulling up in another one minute. So I'm gonna look it over. They've already put oil in it. It doesn't accelerate very well. To be honest, a lot of times there's a problem with the actual, I think it's the camshaft on these engines, but it would be nice if I could just clean that up and that would take care of it. That is a specific technical service bulletin right there. It's pretty interesting stuff. So hang tight. I'll sit you right here while I finish getting to the location, and we'll be right back. So, what a month. I will say that. We're all gloved up, ready to go, though. I'm going to get down today with this Kia. They've had it off cooling down, which is great. Whenever you're doing this type of work, you want to have this engine cool, okay? You don't want to work on a hot car. You're going to be sticking your hands around a lot of areas. Right here's the gas station we're pulling in. As you can see, we'll flip it around. We'll go to the next turn. And I believe I found my Kia. Let's see. I hope I have the right one, I hope. If not, we're going to have to figure this out. But it could be the other one. Let's see. I think this is it. Let's see. It says she's in the shade by a tree. I don't think this could be the next one down. I could have made a mistake. I'm going to have to check it out. But that could be them. Let me see. I don't think it's this guy. She didn't recognize when I said Subway. So you know what? It's probably the next one. If I messed it, this is Ashland Road. Let me double check this right quick. We'll go on down here. I don't see a Kia in that parking lot. So let me go around here. This I think it's gonna be one down the road a little ways, I believe. So anyway, could have been my fault. We'll go to the next one. That's what we gotta do sometimes. But we go get there one way or another. Let's check the next gas station. For some reason I thought it was that one. I didn't see a Kia in that parking lot that I saw. Maybe I missed it. Anyways, let's go check this one. What's up, everybody? We're trying to make it here. Hello, Fun Bun, New Hedson, and Geese F. We are on the way to this. I think it's this Exxon. This is probably going to be what I thought it was to begin with. And here we go. So let's see if my Kia's up in here. That's what I thought it was. There she is, I believe, with the door open. Over here, maybe. Is that them in the trees, possibly? Let's see if this is the right one. Yep, Kia. Only Kia I would see around. So we're going to pull up here and we're going to do our thing. Pull right over here by her and get to work. Give me 1 second. Poor old lady. She's having a hard day. Anyway, sorry. Showing y'all my hairy legs. You like that? All right, so let's get this job done. All right. Give me 1 second. How you doing? Oh, no. How are you? Making a mess. Oh, no. I ain't been rushing to get here. Yeah, still fun. Nice to meet you. I just put my glove on. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Mark and Regina Bell.
Nice shiny truck.
Mitch. I am so sorry. Mitch or Mitchell is perfect. Okay. I appreciate it. That's okay. No worries. So go over with me what's happening here.
Okay. First of all, what I didn't tell you is it came out of nowhere. It was on a nice place, and there's this big hole in.
You hit a bump.
It got hit a big bump.
Okay.
Now, before that, my brother ran over a curb when he drove my car. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Oh, okay. So this kind of started after you hit the bump, you said?
No, it was earlier in the day. But the you know how you accelerate to get out onto the interstate, so I just punched it.
You didn't just get gas, anything like that? You just kind of...
we did.
I was curious about that too.
Earlier in the day.
Earlier today.
So we've used a quarter of the tank.
Okay, so you have been through some gas. Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to see. So the only thing you can remember doing was giving it a little heavier gas than what you probably usually do. Probably don't drive like NASCAR all the time. You had to get down just slightly one time.
No, but it
stalled. You didn't like it when it happened?
Yeah, it stalled, and then I'd let off and I'd put the pressure on it, and it wouldn't power it. And I knew something was wrong right away. I could feel it.
Okay.
How
about this? You want to finish telling me a story? I'm going to get my computer going for you, and then we can see what we're working with. I like to get the codes first off. Yeah. It still shouldn't break it, though. Shouldn't break it. I punch this sometimes. I got to. You got to get down the road. You got to make it happen.
Well,
oh, yeah, it shouldn't hurt anything. How many miles on your Kia?
47, 48. Let me it's probably what you going under here?
Yeah, I'm going to go in there either way. So I managed to take a quick peek on the hood first as well. So let me go ahead and take a peek. You're perfectly fine. Just don't start it up here for me. We don't want to do any more damage if there is any damage, of course. But maybe there's not. Maybe it's something easy. It's so hard to tell sometimes. These... What's up, Cody? So you went on a trip. Right there is my sensor that we're looking at, the front one. That's the OCT. That's the OCT up here.
In here.
Okay, so you added some in there. You were low? How low were you? Do you know?
No, not much.
You just topped it off, so it looked good.
Actually, it's a little over.
Did you check it and wipe it a little bit? Or
yeah.
You just, okay, so you know how to check oil. Some people just put it in and wipe it or anything. Okay, so you got it in. You sure the oil's good?
When I took
some metal in there?
Yeah, I can see the metal.
Oh, no. Don't say so. Is it metal?
No, you see now, you can just see the oil. You can see the metal down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like metal shavings. I said, oh, no, don't say that word.
No shavings.
Okay, that's what I thought you had said. Okay. Do you have your key? That's the one thing I will need is your key. Okay. Because I'm going to plug it up first because I'm hoping it's one of these guys that just got dirty maybe. It's your OCT right here, and you got your CVT back here in the back. This controls your timing, your variable valve timing. There's actually a technical service bulletin. I'll let you check it out. Give me 1 second. I'll show you this. So you got it as well. This is a common occurrence, but I don't know.
Well, the key is on the car seat.
All right, thank you. So this could be what's happening. It affects a lot of models. These are the codes I'm looking for. We're going to check this out. I'm going to do all this fun stuff today. This is how you bench test it, which I already know how to do. This is all this fun stuff here. All right, so. Yeah, please take a break. They got some really good food in there, too. That's one of the best food places around.
That's one of the busiest places.
Oh, the food in there is really good. They got a lot of good country food in there. You want to check? You can hold that if you want to look it over. That's what sometimes can happen. I looked that up for you.
Okay.
So yeah, the variable valve timing and it's basically control. They can get hung from dirty oil over time, and I see it a lot with these Kias because this oil gets dirty so quickly. Can I ask you a question? Do y'all just use regular oil in this, or do you put synthetic? The reason I ask. I don't think they're supposed to. They should use regular oil in these cars. I tell everybody, always use regular conventional oil in these Kias because they burn oil so fast. I had a good friend from Brazil. I learned a lot.
She takes Kia.
Yeah, well,
This last time,
I believe you. Y'all looks like you take good care of it. That's the main thing. So hopefully, you know, these vehicles, I'll be honest, they have a lot of problems. But
Vehicles just like this. Beautiful.
I do my best. I really do. It's hard. It really is. Thank you. Cost enough. It should be. It should be. But you know what? They have a lot comes with these new vehicles now. It's fancy. But, you know, I just can't work on my own stuff. I don't have the time anymore. I wish I did.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I wish I did, but you know, that's the great thing. I was spending more time fixing my old Subaru than I was working. That's never a good thing. So, let me get this thing plugged in here. All right. Where are you guys coming from?
Hampton, Virginia.
Hampton, okay. So you're not going too far. It's just... All right. So.
Just got back from Alabama.
Alabama, okay. So y'all went on a little trip then. That's okay.
My sister and a brother-in-law in the past couple of months.
Oh, wow.
So we went to have a family thing.
Of course, and then this happens, right? You can't catch a break. Huh? That's how it usually goes, though. All right, so I'm gonna pull up your systems here. I'm gonna shut off all your power, all your sources while I'm doing it. Off, off, off. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna hook this to my Bluetooth as well. This right here.
Let me get on the other side.
Yes, sir. Please do if you need. All right, let's see. I'm gonna hook this to my Bluetooth, and let's see, Bluetooth, personal hotspot. Awesome. So I'm gonna get it to a hotspot. I'm gonna get you these codes as well. These are very important to have. Because let's say something else going on and say I can't fix it, these codes are going to be vital for you to have, okay? So we got the codes here. And, okay, so we're just going to do standalone. We're going to do diagnostics. You don't need a repair number because I'm not doing anything like that right now. I'm mainly just trying to see what's happening here. So we're going to go and get the VIN right here. Boom, boom. And it's a Kia Sportage SL 2015. 2.4 GDI. There you go. And let's see. All right, so we're going to scan. I'm going to scan the whole vehicle, okay? Do a whole scan. And then, hopefully, I'm hoping, so what I'm hoping is, if you look on there, you have, let me show you right here. Hoping we'll get some of these codes, because if so, it may be worth a shot. So any of these guys right here, this would be great if these codes pop up, because if it does, guess what? I may be able to, I'm not saying it's great either way, but I may be able to fix it right here for you. That would be great. Because then I would just have to pull that out, clean it, and put it back in.
Our main thing is we need to make it home.
Oh, I know, and I'm doing my best for you.
That's why. That's why we called you.
Sometimes these Kias like to go, and when they go, sometimes it's a mess. I've seen some of these go where you got to take the whole engine apart, but who knows? I didn't look into it, but so much, it was just a real quick one because I know you guys were waiting on me, but they have a lot of these engines just like to go bad, and stuff breaks in them, and it happens. But you know, I'm not jinxing it. So knock sensor.
2015, and we hadn't had any trouble with it really.
Yeah, I mean they'll work great until about 100,000 miles or so. Where you're getting close, you have no miles, 51,000. That's it.
She just drives it around.
Wow, 51,000 miles. That would be amazing if something serious was happening here. That really would. But let me see. So we got a code for P1326.
Until she hit that bump.
Really? It's that bump, you think?
Bump, and then it started lunging.
So I'll be honest with you. I have seen this before. This knock sensor range performance, and there is a specific code where I think the wiring acts up on the knock sensors on the same specific vehicles too. Now the problem is I need to figure out where the knock sensor is located. So what I'm going to just go in here. That's the only code you have is the knock sensor.
Knock sensor.
Yeah.
Caused by the bump.
It could, I guess. If the wiring, knock some wiring around and through the engine out,
I mean,
somehow.
It was a big boom. It's like a wheel and then
So let's
a
see.
big hole.
Oh, so it was really big, like a really big bump. So let's see.
Yeah.
See if I can test it maybe. I may be able to test your knock sensor. Let's see. It could have messed up something to do with you have different, let's see. So right here's your variable intake solenoid. I can test that on probably without taking it off. Let's see if I can test that guy. Sometimes these tests will free it off too. So here we go. Engine conditions, engine running. You continue time until stop button. I don't want to really run your engine right now. So
it was running smooth. I mean, the engine.
Can I try to start it? I just want to hear it.
The only, the lunging was when it was She was trying to drive.
So I'm trying to, right now, get this knock sensor. I mean, not knock sensor, sorry. The variable valve sensor to work. I'm going to go over here. I got to be able to listen while I'm doing it. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if we can hear what we do. So start. I actually heard it open. You hear it? I'm making it do that. Crazy?
I was going to say, I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, check that out. That was the coolest thing ever. So watch. I'm going to hit the start button.
Oh, so that doesn't have anything to do with it.
I'm doing it. I'm making it do it on my computer. I'm running my test. See that? That's pretty amazing. So we'll just go hit that right there. We'll hit the start button on this. And believe it or not, that'll actually engage this sensor right there.
I checked the water. I had plenty of water. I put just
Now we'll hit stop.
Put just a little bit in.
All right, so that's working. We'll go back. I'll tell you what, I do these tests sometimes. It'll free it up and make it sometimes work. Has it ran this smooth yet?
Yeah, it's been running like this all along. It's just when it's dry.
Okay, it doesn't want to go.
Yeah, lunges.
Okay, so.
Yeah, the last time we were around, it didn't lunge as bad as it did before.
Okay, someone to.
Yeah.
Right here's your oil control valve. This is on the back side. This is the other one I want to check. So we go check this one. This would be on the back. I can get in there and get that on camera. If those working. Might not be able to see. Let me get my light. I don't see it. I don't see that one doing nothing. There we go. It's a hard spot to try to get a view of. So, oh, it's not on. There we go. Let me grab my light. I can't see much in there at all, but I don't think that's working. It's kicking itself off. So, yeah. Fail. Just said that fail. So why did that fail? I don't know. We have to find out. So that is a fail. That's not working.
What's not working?
It's right here. This other one. You see how this one moved? Like it should? Your rear one back here. Right. If I get a view in there, it's real hard to see. This did not do what it's supposed to do. So why? I don't know. But I'm going to have to get down and investigate this guy. Can't really see it though. I can't see where it's at. But if you watch it right here. So if you see this, very hard to see. Let me see if I can get a better view. So if you look here, you see this? See that? Results of execution fail. Watch, I'll start it again. Testing, fail. So that's not working. And that is your OCV on that paper right there. So
You think that bump could have caused that?
could knock something loose. Could have just been about to go anyway. Bump, I think, was just a coincidence, honestly.
So if it's
Maybe her accelerator might have something, kick something funny, got something hung in it. Yeah, but they have a lot of stuff out here about how these guys go bad. I wonder, I think that one may, I'm trying to find the location for that other one. I just don't know exactly the location. But give me 1 second here. I want to, so I know that's a problem. So now that we know that's an issue, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to examine it, bench test it, and probably clean it. Do me a favor. You go ahead and shut this guy off for me. You can leave the key forward if you like. That's fine. Just leave the key in the on position, but shut it back. I'll get it for you. Let me see. I just don't want to lose my computer records is all. Yeah, but right away. I mean, that's a pretty good heads up of what's happening because that should work. You know, and it shouldn't fail. It should not ever fail like that. So.
Is that something we can get taken care of today?
Yeah, that's the good part. I should be able to clean it. And the good part is we got no more codes. So sometimes they fail and I need to replace them. Sometimes they just fail and you can clean them up. You got something hung in them. Sometimes they fail internally and that's really bad as well. What's curious to me is I'm trying to locate where that little thingy's at. I think it's going to be right down there on the back side. If you look at this one, let's see. There should be a little something similar back here, I believe. Or they may both work up here. Let me follow these wires real quick. Can we pop this off? I think it's stuck. Yeah, I just need that paper back for in a moment. If you got that paper, I'm going to take a peek at that here shortly, and I'm going to see what we got going on. Because I'll tell you what, that definitely failed. That was very, I mean, that was, you know, no hiding that. It said right on there. That's one thing great about having a nice computer. You can see this plunger went up and down. So what this does is controls your timing. A variable valve, and tells it when to move and when to, and the different speeds when to engage, you know, everything to make it can make combustion properly. And that would make it not want to accelerate and do all this stuff like that. So this one you can see clearly the plunger. It moved up, down, up, down. That back one did not do anything. I don't even see where the back one's at. They probably run, I'm thinking, yeah, probably runs up here to this guy as well. They probably both work the same unit, or is one over here, which, like I said, I work on so many vehicles, I don't know exactly, but I do know it didn't do anything, and it failed. This one right here is this guy, and this did not fail. So the good news is, see what the bolt is, a holding that guy. Oh yeah, oh, it's this hex bit. Are you joking me on these Kias? Supposed to be a 10 millimeter. If that's a hex bit, it's frustrating. Tell me that's a 10 millimeter bolt holding that on, please. It should be. I've never in my life. They switch so much stuff over now to hex bits, but trying to find where the bolt hole is. Oh, I think it is a 10. Thank golly. I think it is a 10 back there. So that's a good thing. So, oh no, this one, yeah. Okay, I see it. That one's hex. Let me feel the inside of that bolt back there. Well, yeah, that's really odd. They use a 10 back here, I'm assuming. Okay, so now they do have some issues. Like I said, the knock sensor could come on, but that will come on when timing's off too, because it's making your engine kind of knock. You hear a little bit of a knocking sound ever when you drive?
Yeah.
Been hearing that recently, I'm assuming? All right, so.
Not really, just recent.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, if I can get back, let me go I gotta get me a mirror. Like, it probably sound like a quiet knock. Let me see that real quick. Let me see that paper real quick, ma'am. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go over here and look over a couple things. Let's see if I can't take it out. We'll try to clean it. And hopefully it fixes this issue. If not, it could be something worse. I don't want to think that route yet, so.
Yeah, we're hoping to get home.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best for you. That's the idea. Luckily, this is actually telling me something isn't working, but what's strange is my computer is not pulling a code for this specifically. So it's not pulling any of the related ones either. So that makes me a little bit nervous, but so right here, oil control valves is used in constant variable valve timing, CVT. So it's picked up the cause of rough idle, poor acceleration, camshaft timing, misalignment, related trouble codes. So misfire related trouble codes, etc. System B to perform the OCV inspection procedure below. Okay, OCV operates normally, which yours did not. You can tell it was not working. Inspect the other engine malfunctions. So we do know there is a problem in here. Now, is it the inner part of the engine that controls this that's bad, or is it this itself? That's what we need to figure out. So, all right, did you just have the oil done recently or anything, or no? Have you had the oil done as of late?
Done regularly.
Yeah, I just had to ask this.
You
So.
have the oil done lately? Talk louder, we can't hear you.
I don't remember exactly. I used to have it done in June and December.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. No worries. I just like to. It looks kind of clean to me. So, it's normally okay. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna pull that back guy off of there. And try to clean it for you. I think we'll start there. These things always burn. They burn all the time, especially if you're running synthetic in here. That's why I like to use regular on these cars. Examine carefully. So we're going to check this for foreign objects. I made a piece of metal like this hung in that back one. I'm going to pull this out and try to clean this. See that picture, how it shows you how it can get a piece of metal hung in there? Mm-hmm. That's allowing it to open and close. So hopefully this is the case. So just jam this out the CVT passage below any foreign objects, compressed air, we use the OCV. So we're just going to put it back in and take it out and clean it, okay? We're going to try that. Is that okay with you guys? We'll start there.
Whatever it takes.
This is what I want to try first because you can see. I mean, you saw how that first one moved, that thing move. The back one is not moving. So That's a major issue, and it said fail. So and this, excuse me, you have two different ones. The one in the rear is clearly the one with the issue. So I want to unplug it. We're going to get it off. I'm hoping I can get in there and get it off of there. That's to be the next thing. I'll have to go grab a special tool. But luckily, I don't live far. So it's right on the, excuse me, it's right on the back side, but it's very hard to see is all. It's very hard to see. All right, we'll get it off there. We're going to get it cleaned up for you and go from there. All right, here we go. Hopefully I can get it's just that it takes a special bit, possibly. The first one does, so we'll see here. All right, so you guys down. Right there. All right, good to go.
You got the big V8 in here?
Oh no, what I do, it's just too much. Gas. I got the later edition 2.7, but I love it. I mean, so far, really good car. Yeah, I tell you what, this thing is lightning fast with this twin turbo. This thing will wow. Twin turbo. You know, they got a lot better at making them. You know, they really have. It is very, so far so good. I did have a little problem. Ford had to fix the instrument cluster that failed on me, but other than that, nothing too bad. Yeah, it's not, like I said, these Kias do. Yeah, I try to keep it clean. They did all kinds of clear coat specialty stuff on this guy. It came out nice. Like I said, I kind of spent $1 zillion on it, but it's impossible anymore. If you're gonna get something nice, you know, you might as well, especially when you do what I do, you know. I'm constantly working, so you know, it does help. Yeah, well, and I don't have to spend all day working on my own car. Because then when you call, I'll be like, hey, sorry, I'm working on my own hunk of junk. It's gonna be a while. Nobody wants to hear that enough. You hear that enough, you're like, okay, time to call another mechanic. All right, we go to 10. Let's see if this goes back there and we can get us off. Oh, yeah, I know. It's always got to be Memorial Day when something happens, or a weekend or holiday. That's the best. When it always happens, unfortunately. All right, luckily, it doesn't take a special bit, so that's a good thing. Right back here by this hot exhaust shield, I know that. Be careful not to drop this bolt. Very good.
It's still hot.
Can't drop this bolt. All right, hopefully I can get it out of here now. Very gentle. See. Somewhere to see that really is. Give me 1 second. Find the worst spots to try to see. Got the bolt out. That's a good thing. Let's see if we can get the rest of it out of there now. Sometimes you get in there really, really tight, things don't look like that. The main thing is I don't want to break it off. That would be the worst thing. Get it out clean. That's chasing a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pop these off so I have some more room to jiggle. And we'll pry it on out of there if I can get it. All right, so. I got plenty of lights. No need, but thank you. I got plenty of these guys. They work really good. So this guy right here, I'm just jiggling loose. I'm going to make some more room. I'm going to lift these up and get these out of my way. Make some more room to work is all. Come on. There we go. That'll give me a little bit more room. We got to get these off. There we go. All So, now we gotta try to jiggle that guy out of there, which is gonna be a pain. It's very hard to do. I'm gonna try to get this out. We just gotta take your time. I'm gonna spray some fluid in there. You have to use my phone so I see where I'm at. That would be helpful.
That's what I was trying to do with mine.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mirror. Well, it's kind of like I can kind of see it with my phone. I can see how it's jiggling. Just got to get underneath it just right. All right, I think it's really don't want to let go. They always get hung a little bit, but sometimes they really get tight. You got to be gentle with them. Is mainly. I'm gonna get something and spray it. Something bit me on the leg. All right, the thing is in there good. So give me some time to jiggle that around. So hang tight. All right, so I'm going to spray it with some PB blaster. All right. This one got straight out of fluid. Nah, that's a waste. All right, let me get another can. I should have one here. There we go. Got another one. Perfect. And okay. You guys right here, I guess. I'm gonna get some out of there, probably. Can you all see something? I think so. Yep. Make sure you go. Good enough. Okay. See what I'm doing. I really can't do this so much. Well, here we go. Maybe one of these and one of these. Yeah. I hope I can get there and let go. They get in there, they don't want to come out sometimes. Just an overhang is all it is. I can get out. Doesn't matter right now. That should help. Now let's give it a couple jiggles to see. I'm hoping this is it too. You know, this is the first thing I'll let go. And I have done it. Here we go. I got it out of there. I'm gonna take it out and check it out. I'm gonna look at this guy right here. Grab me a paper towel. Got it out of the hole. That's a good start. And we got her up out of there. So I'm gonna sit it right here. Yeah, the cool part about these plastics, they have little magnets on them. Let's stare just like that. And now we can get right back there and check her out. We'll put her right up here. And you can see, so some oil may come out of here when it comes out. Ooh, hot engine on the arm there. It comes out just like this, and that hopefully has something in there, I'm hoping. That would be what we're looking for. Something jammed. Or this could have went bad. Who knows? This gently comes out. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I don't see anything with the naked eye, but I'm still going to clean it off, put it back in. And I can bench test it too if I need. So we do know this is not working right at the moment. So let me clean him off. I have some actually flow sensor cleaner I'm going to use for that. And we'll try it and go from there. It could be something stuck up in there, we just don't know. I'm curious to see. So I'm gonna clean him off real good, and he just put him back in the hole. We just held him by 110 millimeters. So give me 1 sec with that. Go here. You know what, Ma? Oh, you say you're from Alabama, right?
I am.
Alabama. She used to do that. I got a power probe. What I'm going to do is ground it out and feed 12 volts to one of these. And it should tick open and close. If it doesn't work, then you just need to be one of these. I'm going to do that before I do anything, okay? 1 sec. Grab my power probe and we'll do that first. Alright, so I'm going to bench test this right here with 2 pins with a power probe. Ground one, feed power to the other. It's really hot right now, so be careful. I'm hoping this fixes it, though. I've done a couple of these, and it runs purred like a kitten when I got done with it. No, what happens is a piece of the metal shaving. So some just, they go bad. Just control your timing. Everything, how you lift here, and how the engine runs on these specific model keys. So it could fail internally, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it with my probe. I'm going to be very careful, but I'm going to look at your battery as I do it. And I'm going to send 12 volts to one side of this while I ground out the other side with my probe. And we're going to see if A, it opens and closes like it should. It did not. It should open. I should be able to. Should be able to clean them. Usually, I can just clean them. They work. It could have been something simple too. Maybe hit the bump and pop the fuse. So I'm gonna need the probe anyway out. I got a pretty good idea. Hey, I brought it with me, so that's pretty good guess. So we got this going on. Look, so I'm gonna ground this. Get this part. You got your seat here. I don't want to hit anything on the other side. Have it ground out while I'm doing it. Either way, that's never going to be good. That's just a test. We'll slide that back. Doesn't really matter which side. It's here. And I'm probing. That's 4 volts. So, I was almost kind of hoping that wasn't working. This is just mass air flow. So it is working. Because if this kicks up and down like that, it is working properly. Bring it up here a little bit. So, yeah, all I have to do with that. That was pretty kind of good. Kind of good. And I'll tell you the reason why it's kind of good. So, the problem now is either lies before this or inside the engine. That's the only thing that's now not good. I almost hoping this didn't work. Because if it didn't work, I could probably pop one of these in. It's all easy way to get out. Just from knowing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get this. I want to get this on camera because this is really interesting here. These Kias, and I'm gonna make sure. See, even though it's open and closing, if the gear inside has gone bad somehow, which it does happen in Kias, you'll know it. It won't work. So I'm gonna do the same thing. 1 second. I'm gonna ground it out. I'm gonna do one more test on it just to make sure. I want to be able to get it on camera too, because it may help you guys out down the road either way. I'm gonna lay it right here on top of this while I test it. That way, if you have any issues with Kia down the road, you can be like, oh, well, we got everything on camera. So, streamed it all. So anyway, here we go. Same test, and you can actually feed this power. So you ground out one side. Be very careful. Don't ever touch both of these sides. You can actually hear that. I wonder if it's working all the time. Let's make sure. Yeah, so it's a solid. That thing is kicking on and off. That's good. That is good. It means it's working. So all I'm doing is finish cleaning this out. We'll put it back in. So good news is, hopefully this takes care of it, but it may work perfect when I put it back in. It could have been something we couldn't see. Maybe it was stuck. Could be the wiring to this, or maybe hit the fuse. So I'm gonna trace back, check all your fuses as well. Make sure all that's working properly. I don't think necessarily a knock sensor would do this. You have the engine you have. Just put a little oil around here. That motor oil you have, use a little bit. You just need to stick a little bit around the seat. Put it back in. So this is your OCV valve. Now, back on in the hole. That's what we're going to do. So put it all back in and check in the hole. So hopefully this does the trick. Can't say it will, but it might. Good place to start. And get back in the hole. Just like so. Alright, so very careful again not to drop this book. This is the hardest part. Working in the dark. So hot. Yeah, doesn't hit. Rarely 50 grand on these. So I got it. I got it. It's just the worst area. I got it. So, everybody does it. It works. It's great. It started working all of a sudden, and we figured it out. Maybe it's this connector too. That's why I undid everything so I could check all the wires to this. They look okay. This goes all the way back over here. It could have been anything. It came unplugged maybe. Check it, make sure everything's tight. And all right, get this plug back in. I'm gonna snug it up first all the way. Let me do that too before I forget. Snug that up. Not too tight. Make a 16-inch pin. And we'll be good to go. I've done one of those too tight before a long time ago. It was bad. Snapped off in there and I had to drill that out in there. It's the worst spot ever. So, don't want to do that. Now, maybe I tested now it'll work for me. That would be excellent. So, it would. Something tells me though, I'm a little nervous because I don't like the fact that it didn't work on the vehicle, but I can override it and make it work. So I'm going to check all your fuses as well while I got my probe out real quick before I do anything else. So let me go here and check all your fuses. Might have popped the fuse. It hit a hard button. Very well could have. I'm just checking for closed circuits. Make sure everything's closed. Nothing's open. We'll check them all, since I don't know which one's which, and just check every one. When you say hard, did it jolt you a little bit? Was that hard? Yeah. Okay, I believe you. I didn't. Oh, wow. I think it just caused, I think it just happened.
Start the problem.
Yeah. You might knock your alignment out, but you didn't mess the engine with it. I wanted to even tell Kia about it. If it's something, let's say for some reason it's something internal, these engines go bad all the time. It's nothing you did, I assure you that.
Sounds like something we need to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, you can say it.
Trading.
If it's still alive. You know, the only thing, other with the spares, I'm just checking.
We really haven't had any trouble with it.
Yeah, these Kias are perfect, and you may have a recall or something too. You can't hurt to check.
I've already had like 4 different
A lot of recalls.
Every time I do.
Whenever you get recalls and it's that many on these engines, they got something going on. It's not good. I always tell people, check your recalls, always.
Well, it wasn't the engine, it was the computer for the,
I got 2 hands if I can use it.
It's just a funny little spot. You just got to get it in there just right. But that all looks good. That was all hooked up nicely. I'm going to check your stuff on the inside. First, I want to go ahead and got everything else snugged up. Then I want you to go ahead and see. I'm going to try to run my test one more time. Now that I got a second. Put this stuff away. I'm going to set this over here. I just don't want anything falling down there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start that up. I'm going to do what I just did again with my computer. Then we'll see if we'll get a test this time with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to locate that nonsense though. I think that's behind you. You hear that knocking? That's the nonsense. Taking something here, I believe. Way down inside of that hole. But, it's a real pain to get to. It's a common problem with these Kias. The wiring sometimes will go bad on them, but you got to take off all the stuff to get to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to enter the system again. The probably we just did. One more time. See if we got anything that works this time. Hopefully it doesn't fail, you know? So, that's the test. And that was the, which one was that? The full valve, I think, control valve, bank 1? Or variable intake solenoid control? Alright, let's do this one first. That's that one, right? Yep, that one works. That's your variable intake solenoid. Stop. We'll go to this one again. Hopefully this one does it this time. We'll see. Fail again. So now don't understand why unless it's internal motor. So give me a moment. See if I can't check your knock sensors on here. Let's try this. Yeah, so oil control valve, intake bank 1 is failing. Oil control exhaust bank 1, failing. The variable intake solenoid is working, so
So you got two failed.
Yep, 2. So bank 1's having a major problem. So why that happened? I'm gonna read the live data here in a moment. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna wrap this up here. So what's going on? Real quick, I'm gonna wrap this up for now. So they have the oil control valve intake bank 1's failing, oil control valve exhaust bank 1's failing. More than likely, the camshaft in here has had an issue. More than likely, inside.
And there's nothing leaking.
Probably internal is what I'm thinking, but there is a knock sensor code that would throw a knock sensor code as well. So I can actually show you some stuff here in a moment. I'm gonna go over with you. They fail internally, and there's a pin that comes out and they break. And inside of this engine, it happens all the time. So it's nothing you guys do. Really terrible stuff. So I don't want to. I'm gonna look up one more thing on here before I do any of that. But don't hold me to that till I'm done. That knock sensor, I think, is getting triggered because of the internal issue in the motor, I believe. So, yeah, because, I mean, really, let me read the live data, too. That's going to tell me a lot. So you can't accelerate, right? So it's not letting everything, it's not letting, basically, you go because probably something internal. I don't have any misfires. I don't have anything like that going on. So, which is so odd. You're not overheating.
Will we be able to get home with it?
Give me a moment. I'm reading live data right now. All right, so what a mess. Anyway, yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to look this up anyway. Just going over all your codes. I'm going to look this up real quick, but that's not good. More likely, that means internally. I am going to check your inside fuses, though. Still, fingers crossed, it's something simple. But since everything on bank 1 it is not working here, I'm going to test it, make a few more tests. We'll go from there. All right, so not good. More likely